This is No Place to Breathe. The song deals with fascism and the addiction to groupthink. I started writing this song a while back, actually. We were on our CD release tour when the Michael Brown shooting occurred. And after that, I feel like racial tensions in America have gotten higher, I would say. And that's no help by a certain political figure who says things that I would consider racist. There's been these instances of police brutality and police violence. I would say absolutely, this song isn't about hating police. I know so many amazing police officers. A lot of people who support us are in law enforcement and do so with the best of intentions. I also do believe that there are areas where incarceration of African Americans is very disproportionate to the rest of the population. Incidences of police brutality towards African Americans have been too common. And so I wrote this song about the fascism that we love in America. The ability for people, I believe, to tune out their minds, to stop engaging with reality and to stop seeing their neighbor as someone, and to how easily it is for people to embody racism. Race is a myth. Race doesn't exist. People can have different amounts of melanin in their skin, but race is not a real thing. In a biological sense, there aren't, white people and Mexican people and black people. I mean, there's just human beings. Racial identity is an interesting thing because it's based on a Eurocentric myth. By skin color, we've chosen to stratify different people. Racism does exist, and even though it scientifically doesn't exist at all, it is absolutely the foundation of a lot of violence that we see in America today. This song deals also with that kind of monolith that I was talking about, of the state that watches and the state that protects, but also for some people the state that abuses. And in the chorus says, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. We shout at fascist hands, fix on asphyxiating those in need. There's 3 different people in the footnotes who their last words being recorded were I can't breathe. One of them is Eric Garner, who famously was killed in New York City. Hernan Jaramillo, who was in Oakland, California, and was killed at a subway. Asking officers to let him go so he could breathe. Finally, Kelly Thomas, a white man in Fullerton, California, who's homeless and had, I believe, schizophrenia. The police were beating him when he was down. It's that very simple statement, I can't breathe, that really struck me. This song wasn't written to say, like all cops suck. No Place to Breathe deals with this basic idea that we all breathe and we're all humans. These people who are being held against their will, who aren't trying to hurt and screaming for help and saying, I can't breathe, and that being documented as their last words, and these videos being put up on YouTube, and people around the world watching these people in their last moments, undignified, screaming for help, like children, like I can't breathe. We are all very much the same person when someone takes our ability to breathe away from us. This song kind of explores violence, and at the end, I've seen the tyrant on his knees, will we starve our need for retribution, or take his eye and all go blind? And is this idea that the people who divide us and call for violence, like Donald Trump, will have their day when they've been disgraced, like the Wizard of Oz, the curtain's pulled back and we see them for the cowards that they are. And I think the real question in those moments is, do we need more violence, and do we need to hurt those people because of all the hurt that they've done? Or can we actually be part of this radical movement? Eye for an eye, lex talionis, the ancient law of humanity, will no longer become our standard, but it will be, as I believe, the revolution of Jesus, where he says, you've heard it said, an eye for an eye, but I tell you, and goes on to say that we're going to love our enemies as we love our neighbors, and that no longer do we need retribution to make things right, because love is the only thing that's going to make things right. So it's No Place to Breathe.